We have seen that the performance of an algorithm can be represented by its growth rate, which is a function of n. And n over here is the input size. So if there are two algorithms A and B, and suppose for a given input, algorithm A is executing in 10 iterations and algorithm B in 20 iterations, then we can say that more or less algorithms A and B are similar in performance. But if there is a case where algorithm A is executing in 10 iterations and algorithm B in 1000 iterations, we can see that algorithm A is performing better than algorithm B. So, how do we actually define the efficiency of an algorithm? So, is there any representation for defining the efficiency or the complexity of an algorithm? First of all, let's see what is the mathematics behind it. There is a concept which is asymptote. You must have learnt about this in your earlier mathematics classes. So, what is an asymptote of a curve? A quick revision. So, it's a line such that the distance between the curve and the line approaches 0 as 1 or both of the x or y coordinates tend to infinity. So if this is the curve for this function, so what would be the asymptote? This line is the asymptote to this curve. It means that the distance between this line and this curve will approach 0 if either x or y or both of them they tend to infinity. So this is the definition of asymptote, and this asymptote can be used to represent the complexity of an algorithm. So now we can say that the mathematical notation that will be used to represent the time complexity will be done by using asymptotic notation, and this represents the time that will be taken by the algorithm when the input tends towards a particular or a limiting value. You have seen that the growth rate of an algorithm is a function of n, where n is the input size, and we are mainly talking about the time complexities and not the space complexity over here. So is there any asymptote either on the upper bound or on the lower side which can represent how this algorithm will work, or how this complexity of this algorithm can be represented using these asymptotes? That is why this asymptotic notation will define the or will represent the complexity of this particular algorithm. So when we talk about time, what time are we referring to? So this time that is taken by the algorithm, it can refer to the number of memory accesses that will be required by the algorithm to access data or to access the instructions. It will also depend upon the number of comparisons that will take place between integers, the number of times loops will be executed, and all of this depends upon the instruction set of the processor's speed, and the I/O speed of the hard disk. This asymptotic notation is mainly of three types: big O, and this is the upper bound of the function. So this line, this asymptote over here, which is the upper bound of Fn, this is the big O. And by upper bound, we mean that what could be the worst case analysis of this function. That means if the n or the size of the input becomes too large, or there is an algorithm, what could be the worst case for that particular algorithm? Omega provides the lower bound. So this asymptote on the lower side of the function, this is referred to as omega n, and this provides the lower bound of the function. That means what could be the best case of that particular algorithm. And theta, it bounds a function from above and below. So, and this is giving you the average case analysis of a particular algorithm. And we will look into all these asymptotic notations in details in the following lectures.